Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. I'd like to give special thanks and honor to the young man that's going to make it happen today for me, my social producer. I consider him the greatest guy in social media, Mr. Jeremiah Long. And I'm your host, Vincent Turner. If you like the video, one more time, please comment and share it here on 100 Yards of Football. Today's video, we're going to highlight Jayden Daniels, the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner and the 2024 NFL Draft prospect. Boy, what a football player coming out of California, out of the city of Los Angeles in the suburbs. Jayden Daniels this year had one of the seasons that is going to be the most prolific season in college football. Think about this. The young man had 50 touchdowns this year total. But he had 4,946 yards passing, 40 touchdowns. Then he added another 1,134 yards on the ground and another 10 touchdowns on a 9-3 LSU football team. Then think about last year when he transferred and played his first year at LSU. He didn't have a bad year last year when he had 2,900 yards. He had 355 yards rushing in 2022. And then he had 17 touchdowns and 3 INTs. And coming into this season, he just took his game to another level. Then think about the LSU's offense, where they averaged 46 points a game. They averaged 447 yards total offense, and they averaged almost 8 yards a play, and this young man was driving the ship. It wasn't about LSU not playing in the college football playoffs or representing the SEC West from an offensive standpoint. Think about if Jayden Daniels had been on a team that had a little bit defense. We would not only be talking about him winning the Heisman this last Saturday night, we'll probably be talking about LSU maybe being the favorite to win the national championship. But when you look at this young man, I look at his skill set, and I think about the first game last year when he's a first-year transfer at LSU and they played Florida State in the Superdome in New Orleans, and how bad he struggled throwing the football. And then the following game that week, when LSU lost that close game to Florida State by 1 point, 24-23, I looked at all the message boards coming out of LSU, and they were saying, I don't know this young man is going to really be the guy that's going to drive the bus this year. He doesn't look like he's a guy that can really throw the football accurate. But I like what this young man said at his Heisman ceremony. After he won the trophy, he gave kudos to his parents. But the one thing when he ended his speech, he said, the greatest thing in life is that you're going to have your naysayers. You're going to have your people that's going to doubt you. He said, what you got to do, if you have Christ in your life, you get back up. Once you knock down, you get up smiling and you live the next day. That's why when you look on the image and look at the graphics of the young man, that's why right now he's the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner. And I love that about him. And you can tell football is not everything in a young man's life. Yeah, it might be a part of his life, and he might go in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft. But you could tell Mr. Jayden Daniels is well-grounded. And I think about looking at his skill set that asked him, I saw yesterday on the CBS Game Day show with Bill Cowher and James Brown. And they asked him a question, who do you think that your game is similar to? And he said Lamar Jackson. But I'm going to tell you this about Jayden Daniels. When I think about him, I thought about 11 players that I'm going to put in a package with him because I saw LSU play a lot on TV. One thing about Mr. Daniels, he can throw the football, and boy, he throws a pretty ball. He can throw the deep ball. But his scrambling ability really puts you in the mind of a Randall Cunningham. In the mind of an Eldridge Dickey, who I saw play when I was 6 years old, when Eldridge Dickey was running the show at Tennessee State. And y'all know how I feel about that team, the 1966 Tennessee Titans. Throwing the ball, Mr. Daniels reminds you of Willie Totten, the gentleman that was throwing the football to Jerry Rice down there in Mississippi Valley. Then he got a little bit of Andre Ware, who was at the Heisman ceremony sitting by when Andre Ware won the Heisman when he was throwing that thing down in Houston for the Houston Cougars and Jack Pardee. Then he got a little bit of Dennis Franklin, scrambling ability. Remember Dennis Franklin? A lot of people here on 100 Yards might not remember, but remember he was a quarterback at the University of Michigan in the mid-'70s. Then a little bit of Danny Davis, another Houston Cougars quarterback. When I was a freshman in 70 at the University of Arkansas, I saw this guy run the Vera with Bill Yeoman in the Houston Cougars. Then he got a little bit of Reggie Collier at Southern Mississippi. Smooth, big, same height as Jayden Daniels at 6'3". Then, of course, he got a little bit of Tony Robinson at the University of Tennessee, who was smooth, who could throw the football. Jayden Daniels is much faster than Tony Robinson, but Tony Robinson was smooth at 85, playing quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers. Then, of course, he got a little bit of Vince Young, the eyes of Texas. I don't have to say no more about that. And finally, when you look at his numbers, it's kind of similar to what Steve McNair did down at Alcorn State when he was in college. These 11 players I just named remind you of Jayden Daniels, all in one skill set. Now the skill set for Vincent Daniels, and this is what I know the NFL scouts are going to love, the ability to create A+, the playmaking ability A+, exceptional at the quarterback position A+, impressive arm strength A+. This young brother can throw the ball deep, beautiful deep ball, quick release A+, accurate. He improved on that from one year to the other. Accurate, where he completed 72% A+. Sound decision making A+. If you watch Jayden Daniels this year, his ability to come to the line of scrimmage and be able to check down and go to the much easier play was very impressive. Smooth footwork A+. It looked like he was skating on ice at a skating rink when he got to running the football. Smooth. Great running ability, as I just mentioned, A+. Through a threat quarterback going into the 2024 NFL draft, A+. Exceptional throwing on the run, A+. The speed, legitimate 4.4. And most of all, Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, too, coming to the NFL in 2024. This gentleman right here didn't say much. His Heisman speech was only 7 minutes. But I'm going to tell you this. Out of all the football players that I've seen come into this league and league college football, he's very impressive. And one thing that I think that I have to agree with some other people saying, he will be the steal of the draft. And we broadcasting here locally out in the metro Atlanta area. Boy, can you imagine him going 9th overall to the Atlanta Falcons? Or can you imagine going to the Las Vegas Raiders or the Minnesota Vikings? But I'm going to go back to the Atlanta Falcons. Come here, California YA and the Mercedes-Benz Dome. It will be special. This is a special young man. Very impressive. Congratulations to your family and Mr. Jayden Daniels for winning the 2023 Heisman Trophy and being a first-round pick coming up in the 2024 NFL Draft. One more time, if you like the video, please come in and share it. Very thanks. Very love to my producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long. I'm Vincent Turner, here on 100 Yards of Football.